There's a difference between blood family versus the replacement family God sends for you. Let's discuss. Why do we feel obligated to continue interacting with family that makes us feel like crap? Let's sit with that for a minute. I would really like to know your feedback on what you think it is and why we do this. One of the reasons that I wanted to create this content is because I was that person. I didn't feel like a lot of people could relate to my situation. It was embarrassing a lot of times. And it wasn't talked about. One of the steps that I took was I had to come to the conclusion that I had to stop normalizing that being born into a dysfunctional family is okay. And second of all, I had to stop adapting. How many times at a family function have you allowed Willie Mae or Willie Earl to disrespect you, talk to you crazy at these family functions, all in the name of blood or all in the name of family? Then we are expected to turn a blind eye off. But let's just call it what it is. It's emotional, verbal, and mental abuse. Now, I'm not talking about that family member that you know that is just a natural born shit talker. And so when you come to them and you can ask them for anything, give me a cup, and they're going to talk trash, and they're going to give you the cup, they're going to give you some ice, and they're going to give all this stuff. Yeah, I'm not talking about that person. We all know that you can actually depend on this family member. This family member goes above and beyond, but it's just their nature to talk trash to you. And you can ask them something, and they say no, and they ain't doing this, that, and the other. And 3 minutes later, they're asking you what you need, how much you need, when can they show up. Analyze the relationship with these so-called family members. Why is it that I have a friend that I've known for over 10 years and that person will show up for me better than my own family members? Just think about that. Another thing that I had to do, take some time to strengthen your emotional and mental health with meditation, prayer, and journaling. And then if you also need, there's nothing wrong with seeking professional help and talking to a therapist. Sometimes we're so focused and showing up and being there for everyone else, whether it be family, the household, the husband, the kids, that we don't focus on ourselves enough and give ourselves the quality time that we need to grow, heal, and recover. Ask your question. When was the last time you put yourself first? One of the steps that I took that was very vital in my healing process and my journey was to get back to loving myself. You know, society has taught us that it is selfish in order to put ourselves first. But I want to get back to normalizing loving ourselves. There's a reason that when we are on airplanes and the flight attendant says to buckle your seat and if anything happens to put the mask on yourself first. If you don't take the necessary steps to take care of you, then you can't show up for anybody else. I wanted to develop this community because if you are anyone like me and you can relate, I was someone who lacked self-love, displayed codependent behaviors, what people pleasing, fear of rejection, victim mentality, and lack of boundaries. I now empower Gen X moms on how to break free of people pleasing generational curses and loss of self by setting boundaries, healing, and connecting to their inner power. Enjoy this content, like and subscribe. And also, if you feel like this would be beneficial to someone else, please share it. And also, more about this topic, put down in the comments, safe space. This is a safe space. I'm not for everybody, but I can be for you if you need me to. Have a good one.